Ay, mamacita. No matter how hard you try to change your romantic destiny, you always end up tangled in the same cycle or crawling back to the arms of el cucaracho. No, señor! When you actually like someone, your standard list starts to disappear. You meet him and you're like, okay, list of standards?
Que respire.
No, señor! You don't even know who to blame. You're like a magnet, mamacita, that always attracts the same type of cucaracho, but in a different body. Same hell, different devil. Pero no más. Drop me a hashtag no más in the comment section. You sound like a broken record, mamacita, because all your love stories end up the same way. You crying alone in your room, eating a family-sized bag of Cheetos, and then closing the cycle by cutting your own hair using school scissors. ¿Qué? Pero no más, mamacita. Your moment to break the pattern has come, and it's here to stay, which is why in this video, I'm going to reveal the 7 standards. No, make that 8. 8 standards you need to have to attract better men. I'm Jorge Lozano H. They call me El Cucaracho. I've been a counselor for artists, actresses, and women all over the world in their relationships. And it's a good time to subscribe to my channel, mamacita. Don't forget to activate the small bell you'll find so you'll know when there's a new video here. Welcome to this new episode of El Cucaracho. Mamacita, when you're choosing who to give your chance to, what's going through your mind? I just want to know. Because a lot of you will say, I want me a feo. Yes, an ugly desgraciado. And while we're at it, let him treat me bad. Just like the one I just got over with. I want one of those, just like my ex. When you're single and you're sane, you become picky. You know what I mean? You've got your standards high and clear. But as soon as you fall in love, mamacita, you start justifying el cucaracho. Quizá no es tan malo. He's not that bad. Tiene pedazos buenos. Mamacita. Well. Nobody's perfect. No, señor. You've got the syndrome of trying to bring home the complimentary bread from the restaurant. You know what I mean?
Pero Jorge, how can I waste it? It's good bread.
Mamacita, somebody else will eat it. You don't have to be the one. Don't hold on to what you weren't even looking for out of pure charity. Because that's what you are, mamacita. You're doing charity cases all over the place. Ya te vi en unos años stuck in your life with el cucaracho. ¿Qué dijiste? He's trash, but he's my trash. No, señor! Mamacita, if you want to attract good men, quality men, if you've already started valuing premium quality, you'd better raise the bar, and you better raise it now. If you have no clue where to start demanding what you deserve, this 8 criteria that I'm about to give you are the key factors to discern between your options. Number 1, take notes, mamacita. Positive ambition. ¿Qué? Find yourself a man with plans and goals. Preferably, find yourself an accountant, mamacita. Sí. Un contador, or an engineer, mamacita. Those have their future planned out in an Excel spreadsheet. You know what I mean. Delicioso. A structured man. You don't need a man to be handsome, smart, or rich as long as he's got the right ambition. Ambition makes up for all those other things because his thirst to evolve, to improve, to get ahead in life will be noticeable. If he's not handsome, his ambition will make him disciplined. And he'll get that great body, I'm telling you. If he's not smart, his ambition will make him a good student. If he's not rich, his ambition will generate him wealth. Usually, an ambitious man has 2 characteristic things, mamacita. Look out for them. Spot them when you find them. Big dreams and a healthy routine. Yes, mamacita, un hombre con rutina. If that man gets up in the morning y se desocupa el cucaracho, if he has nothing to do, if he has no objectives, no metas, con ese cucaracho, no te metas, mamacita. Stay clear of those men. Stay with a man with potential, Un hombre con potencial. Si no vas a tener que estar toda la vida teniendo que arrastrar este animal. No, señor. Sáquese, cucaracho. Number 2. Find yourself a generous and sharing man. Generosity is a mindset, mamacita. It's not an economic condition or a social class. No. It's a mindset. A man who is generous with little will be generous with much because the desire to share doesn't depend on income. It doesn't matter. Find yourself an investor, one who understands that the best investment in his life is having a happy woman by his side. A man who understands that happiness doesn't come from having, but from sharing. A man that shares, mamacita, put an end to those stingy pattern men. Because I know some of you have más muchachitos becados que la UNICEF. You pay for his restaurants, you pay for stuff to go out. No, señor. A man who's stingy, mamacita, with his money will be stingy with his time, with his love, with his attention and affection. You're not here to live a life begging your partner for crumbs, pleading for attention. Generosity and stinginess are contagious, mamacita. ¿Qué? ¿Quiere todo esto? Hay que pagar impuesto. Number 3, look out for a man of 1,000 actions. ¿Qué? Mamacita, find yourself a man who doesn't have to promise, but simply surprises you. Sorpresa. How many of you love surprises? The more a man speaks, the less you should believe. Mamacita, stats say that for every 10 minutes of talking, of yapping, 8 minutes are lies. And 1 is a complete exaggeration. Stick to the quieter ones. You know what I mean? El calladito. They're usually the best. They don't need to hide behind their words. Anyone can talk shop, can talk promise. Sweet talk is what they call it. But those guys don't take you to the moon. They send you to therapy, mamacita. Watch out for those. Remember, hay gente que tiene azúcar en la boca, pero veneno en el corazón. Dile, cucaracho, don't you come here promising with manzanitas what you should be showing me with huevos. ¡Vámonos! Number 4, find yourself an exclusive man. ¿Qué? An exclusive man, mamacita. A man who chooses you without hesitation. Value a selective and exclusive man. One who knows what he wants and doesn't need to entertain others. Because you know what I mean, mamacita. The kind who don't come with a squad of cheerleader girlfriends.
Ay, el cucaracho, he's so sweet.
No, señor. Find one who rarely goes out and isn't looking for anyone's attention. Preferably one who has his Instagram private. Sí, Instagram private. 1 post from 2018. That's what he has. And 21 followers. That's it, mamacita, no más. And if he has a profile picture, and in that profile picture, it's not a face of himself, there's only like a bike or a car. Ese es el bueno, mamacita. Mamacita, get yourself a boyfriend with a Doberman personality. You know what I mean? A one who barks at anyone who gets closer. Un alto, a tall one, a cuerpudo, a protective man. Because a golden retriever boyfriend, that's the guy who wags his tail at everyone. And we don't want that, mamacita. It's embarrassing to see a man begging for female validation. You know what I mean? That's because he's not used to getting it. If you're not sure, mamacita, if you're not sure that guy's the one, déjalo ir. Let him go. Si regresa, it means that no one else wanted him. Déjalo ir otra vez. ¿Qué? Number 5. Find yourself a man who get things done. ¿Qué? El cucaracho, you see him? With his muscles, with his chest hair, he thinks he's Tarzan reencarnado, mamacita. But he won't squash you a bug. No, señor. Don't be fooled by looks or appearances. Looks or appearances don't solve any problems, mamacita. Look for a protective man. One with whom you can turn off your brain for a while because you don't have to worry about anything. He's got it all under control, mamacita. A man who doesn't get things done is a child. And you don't want none of those, mamacita. That's why you take birth control. You don't want no child in your life. Tell him, this right here, Cucaracho, todo esto. This ain't no learning curves. Dile, these handles aren't training handles. They're love handles, but not training handles. Mamacita, maybe you were mucho filete, mucho plato fuerte for that baby tooth, mamacita, for that diente de leche. No, señor. Pobrecito. Fuiste mucha dinamita para esa mecha tan cortita. Y vámonos! Number 6. Find yourself an assertive man. A man with assertive communication. Look for a man who gives long explanations and has short excuses. If he texts you good morning, if he sends you pictures of his food and lets you know what he's doing, where he's going, without having to ask, cuídalo, mamacita. That man could be the love of your life. Find yourself a man with a healthy communication. There are plenty of men who talk, but the ones who know how to listen, those are rare, mamacita. Stick with a man who listens to understand you, not to defend himself, not to answer. Remember, healthy relationships must be willing to have uncomfortable conversations. Find a guy that knows how to talk, mamacita. Real talk. Number 7, número 7. Find a guy with full commitment. Your life partner should make you feel confident that he chose you, that you don't have to compete. You can enjoy your own value. You can be confident in yourself because you have a partner to reaffirm it. If you're competing or auditioning for your partner's full attention, you'll spend your whole life thinking you're not good enough, mamacita. And that's a lie. Eventually, this will affect every area of your life. If he doesn't make you feel enough, give him cristiana sepultura and start looking for a nueva aventura. ¿Qué? Tell him, Cucaracho, a mí me guardas para luego, y para luego ya no estoy. ¡Vámonos! Number 8, final one. Find yourself an independent man. ¿Qué? Find yourself a man who has his own life and he doesn't try to take over yours. You want a man who's got his bases covered. One who's secure, who doesn't get jealous all the time. He's not looking for evil in your actions. Some women look gray in a relationship. You ever seen a friend and she just looks gray? She's not happy. You see her with the face of el chupacabras, just like that. The face, you know, the 1,000 trauma stare. Like when you go to war and you have full trauma on your face, that's the way your friend looks now, mamacita, because she's been with a man that sucked the life out of her. The best combo is a man who doesn't need you, but chooses you. He wants to be with you by choice. Not a guy who's just looking for someone to cook for him or iron his clothes, a replacement for mama. No, señor. An independent man is a man with security. And he's got his own shine. He's got his own thing going on. He doesn't need to dim your light in order to feel bright. Mamacita, remember, de donde tengas que andar mendigando amor, if you need to be begging for crumbs, te me alejas, por favor. Y vámonos. Mamacita, recuerda, you're not just some green salsa. You're el guacamole completo. ¿Qué? These standards I'm talking about are basic. They don't discriminate against anyone. Not even the most handsome man should escape being measured by the same rule. These are basic criteria that protects you when you're in love, mamacita, because when you're in love, you become blind. Trust that criteria, because the line between being stupid and being in love is very thin, mamacita. Raise your standard, raise your gaze. You deserve un amor completo. You don't deserve those crumbs. Estado civil, ingobernable. Now, on every episode I make, I try to answer a question you left me at the previous episode. And today's question says, what to tell a friend that's traumatized by an ex? Ay, mamacita. You've got to tell yourself, mamacita, tantos hombres haciendo fila para conocerme y yo traumada con el mismo de siempre. No, señor. And maybe your friend will say, which hombres are you talking about, mamacita? I don't see anyone. Cállate, estúpida. Así dile. Mamacita, a bad relationship is like a mala muela. It's like a bad tooth, like a bad molar. You can't pull it out sin que te duela. It should hurt. It must hurt. Sometimes the love of your life will come to you after the mistake of your life. Y ya se tardó mucho, mamá. Ojalá venga bien. Let us pray. Mamacita, don't let some jerko leave you traumatized. Raise your Stanley Cup and make a toast, mamacita. Repeat after me. Por los que fueron, por los que casi fueron y por los que se quedarán con las ganas. ¡Salud! Estado civil ingobernable.